Hi, my name's Adam McKenzie and I'm the creator of Strong and Sexy. I'm also a transformation specialist to women and people all around the world. And one of the questions that I always get asked is, what's the best exercise for fat loss? And what can I do to make sure I achieve the most amount of fat loss? And today, these are just my top 3 exercises that I would say are going to give you the best fat loss results and help you achieve, everything that you want to achieve when it comes to looking leaner and toned and feeling the way that you want to feel. And first one here is nice and simple, but it's so true, is anything that makes your body adapt. Now, when I say adapt, it's anything that's going to make your body change and have to get used to what you're doing to it. So if you're working out the same way every week, if you're doing the same workout plan, if you're doing the same weight, the same repetitions, the same amount of sets, the same days, for the same amount of time, whatever it might be, for the same intensity, you're going to get the same results. So you want to achieve more fat loss than you're currently achieving, guess what you got to do? Not necessarily more, but make it adapt, make it change, make your body and yourself go through things that it hasn't gone through before, because that way your body's going to have to adapt and change, and that's where results come in. Okay, if your body's having to adapt and change, guess what you're going to do? You're going to adapt and change. You're going to lose fat, you're going to get more tone, and you're going to start having the body that you want. So mix up your routine. And that's why with our Strong and Sexy program, every single month, they get a different program. And regardless of your fitness level, it's exactly the same. Every single fitness level gets a different program with a different focus, with a different aim, so that you know this is what I'm trying to achieve. Go for it. We track it, we see how we're going, and then the next month we change it up again. So body's constantly adapting every 4 weeks. So make sure that you're installing the same sort of a system with your training. Weight training, okay? Now weight training for me is the best fat burner around, and the reason for that is because of the afterburn, okay? And what I mean by afterburn is the effect that it has on your metabolism. So the rate that you burn body fat at rest. And by weight training, you get to build more lean muscle mass. By having more lean muscle mass, you get to burn more body fat at rest. So you're building that fat burning engine, you're building that base behind you that's going to constantly be burning more and more fat while you're at rest, so while you're doing nothing. So therefore, you're not going to have to work as hard, but you're going to be burning more fat than you used to burn when you used to work out. So for me, it's a no-brainer. It's the best fat burner because of the metabolic effect it has afterwards. The more lean muscle mass you have on your body, the more body fat you're going to burn, okay? Last one here is intervals. And I mentioned this a couple of times, but intervals are fantastic for a similar reason as the afterburn. They have a metabolic benefit after each of those workouts. So the other best part about intervals is often they're a lot shorter, so they're more time efficient, which we all struggle for time. I always hear it as an excuse. I just didn't have time to do it. I've got 3 kids myself, and it's hard to fit in everything, especially if you're trying to train twice a day. And with intervals, 20, 30 minutes, making the body work at its max, changing time, speed, recovery, everything else, to push yourself, to make your body adapt. Yes, you're gonna have a great workout, you're gonna get a good sweat up, but you're gonna keep burning fat, up to 38 hours, research has proven, after those types of workouts. So rather than having to find an hour or 2 hours to do long, slow, boring cardio or go for a walk or whatever you might have been doing or think you need to do, you no longer need to worry about that, because intervals are going to help you save time and they're going to help you burn more body fat. So these are my top 3, okay? And when it comes to what type, it doesn't really matter as long as your body's having to adapt to it. But you definitely need to incorporate some weight training and some intervals in those workouts, because that's what's going to build the base, that's what's going to keep you burning body fat, and that's what's going to give you everything you need to have the strong and sexy and toned body that you've always wanted. So that's my top tip.